Hi guys, good morning. Professor Vipin here. In today's video, we're going to understand the Sharada Group of Companies scam and the recent Mamata Banerjee versus CBI. So let's get some history of what happened in 2013-14 and whatever has happened since then. So the major financial scam and alleged political scandal caused due to a Ponzi scam by the Sharada Group of Companies is a set of 200 companies that are privately run. Now, I've told you in a previous video as to when subsidiary companies and when you have these group companies working together, it's usually a reason for moving money around continuously and to keep authorities from, trying to understand where all this money is actually going. So, what is a Ponzi scheme? A Ponzi scheme is, for example, I have these 100 investors and I promise them a 100% rate of return. So how am I going to do that? For these 100 investors, I'm going to take the money that I collected from the first 50, give it to the second half and tell them that, look, you guys invested this, now you got your 100% rate of return. The other 50 people who got their 100% rate of return are going to tell their friends that I invested in this, I got 100% rate of return. Why don't you invest in this? And now that's going to have more people put money in this. When more people put that money here, I'm going to take some part of that and give it to the first 50 whose money I gave to the second half and so on. Now, Ponzi schemes are a very common thing and you guys need to be wary of this. I'll give you a personal example that, in fact, I recently faced. So I had a real estate company message me and, they emailed me saying that, you invest 6 lakh rupees with us. And we will convert the 6 lakh rupees into 13 lakh rupees within a year. Now, as soon as I saw that, it's too good to be true. So therefore, it isn't true. So I emailed them asking them, how are you going to convert my 6 lakh rupees into 13 lakh rupees? And they gave me an Excel sheet saying that, you need to buy an apartment, you need to pay 1 lakh per month as the installment. And after some 13 months, you will get your money back. I said, I don't understand how this works. I said, no, sir, you come to our site. It's being constructed in Bangalore in a place called Bellandur. The guys in Bangalore know what Bellandur is. And you will see that after a while, you will get your money back. So I said, look, that doesn't make sense. I'm saying that because if I put 100 rupees in a bank and the bank gives me 105 after a year, it's because the 5% comes from a fixed deposit. So you tell me how you're going to convert that 6 lakh rupees into 13 lakh rupees. Are you going to put it in mutual funds? Are you going to put it in debt funds? Are you going to put it in equities? Tell me this. This guy had no answer and he continued to tell me how amazing this apartment is in Bellandur and I definitely need to in fact pay a visit to the site. He was even ready to send me a car so that I can do the site visit and so on. So after this, of course, I saw it's a red flag and I blocked these morons. So the prominent personalities who were involved in the Sharada scam who were arrested were in fact two members of parliament, Kunal Ghosh and Srinjoy Bose, a former West Bengal Director General of Police, Rajat Majumdar. These are the big guys who are involved in the scam. Now, the group collected $4 to $6 billion from 1.7 million depositors. All these people invested money in the Sharada Group of Companies thinking a high rate of return, and unfortunately, they lost everything in April 2013. Now, the Sharada scandal became a major campaign issue for in 2014 during the Lok Sabha elections when the ruling parties, in fact, have started to protest, saying that, Mamata Banerjee had a direct benefit from this, especially Narendra Modi campaigned this in West Bengal when he said that, Mamata Banerjee had a direct benefit in this because the paintings bought by the Sharada Group. Now, Sharada Group of Companies bought paintings of Mamata Banerjee for 1.8 crore rupees. So again, red flags. Why would you want to buy the paintings of any political party for 1.8 crore rupees? Now, this is all what has happened so far. I'll tell you who has been arrested and who's actually serving jail time in some time. Now, after seeing all this, the CBI in fact decided to investigate the matter in Kolkata. They landed as of day before yesterday in Kolkata, and you saw the whole episode where some of these CBI guys were even arrested for in fact even visiting Kolkata. So the reason why, in fact, CBI is coming here is because when the whole matter happened and the whole news broke out, Mamata Banerjee decided to appoint Rajiv Kumar, a 1989 batch of IPS officer, to head the special investigation team. And this, like I said, is set up by Mamata Banerjee government after the Ponzi scheme came into light a year before the Supreme Court took the initiative in this order. Now, of course, if your government is setting up an authority to investigate a scandal where your government is possibly involved in this, do you really think there's nothing suspicious going on in such a matter? So she announced, now as soon as this happened, the Mamata Banerjee, when CBI in fact landed in Kolkata, Mamata Banerjee started to do a dharna saying that, save institutions, the constitution and the federal structure of the country by doing the satyagraha. In fact, when CBI doesn't do their job, they consider them as a caged parrot. If they're doing their job, people start to say that they are violating democracy and so on. Now, currently, the CBI chief has moved the Supreme Court to say that, what Mamata Banerjee and the TMC is doing in Bengal is a contempt of court. Now, CBI didn't come to Bengal by a directive of BJP. They are coming to Bengal as a directive of the Supreme Court. So, what Mamata Banerjee is doing is stopping an order of the Supreme Court, which is actually a violation, a contempt of the Supreme Court order. So, as of today, as of 5th of February, there's a case that's going to happen in the Supreme Court at 10:30 to see what is going to happen next. So, who are the people who actually paid a penalty so far? So in February 2014, Sudipta Sen, who is the head of the Sharada Group of Companies, was arrested. And he was arrested not because, in fact, of the whole scam message. There is barely any trial that was, in fact, done on the scam message. He was actually arrested for his failure to deposit with the Provident Fund authorities INR 0.03 million rupees. That is firm owed to his employees, and he was sentenced by the trial court to a grand total of 3 years. So I'm guessing that, even if the case got over in, say, 2016, he would have probably come to an end of his jail time for a grand total of just 3 years. This is the first conviction in the series of civil and criminal cases relating to corporate fraud and non-payment of deposits against him. So one case, he's already served a jail time. Now you might wonder, why is it that he's serving such a peanut range of, jail time, just 3 damn years? It's because he's probably serving under Section 420. We did not have any law related to serious economic offences back in 2014. This was prior to the Modi government, and the Modi government introduced a law related to serious financial fraud. Now, serious financial fraud will lead to even your personal property taken for repayment of these issues. So, what he has kind of served is Section 420, which is ranging from small issues, you owe a person a few hundred rupees, you didn't pay it back, versus a few crore rupees. So, this is what Section 420 covers. It considers it as cheating. Cheating is a very small term to call an economic offense where it has affected 1.7 million depositors. So what did RBI do in this? RBI washed their hands off in the mess, saying that, we don't give a shit about cooperative banks. And that's true. And I've always told this to people to be wary of money deposited in cooperative banks. If cooperative banks do things like deposit money with us, we will give you gifts and so on, it's a red flag. You need to be wary of this. If cooperative banks say that we'll give you a very high rate of return on your deposits, also a red flag. Learn this, folks. If any financial institution promises a high rate of return, no matter how much effort they put to convince you, it is not true. Don't believe it. If it's too good to be true in the financial markets, it isn't true. So RBI said, we are not involving ourselves in this. It's the due diligence of the investor, of the depositor, to check how true these deposit schemes are and then decide to invest or not. So RBI washed their hands of the mess. In fact, they regularly tell people to be wary of these schemes. So this is what has all happened so far since 2013. The Sharada Group of Companies and the West Bengal government currently doing a dharna to save democracy and so on. So anyway, folks, thank you for listening to me. Do like, share and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching Professor Vipin. See you guys. Have a nice day. Bye.